Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of D&D, or Nat One Network. It is our 21st episode. I'm excited to have you all here with us. Joining me, I have our lovely panel of muted warriors, who all of them can't speak at the moment. Hey, guys, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Wunderbar.
Good. Hey.
Really excited to make Indian food tomorrow. That's how I'm doing.
I know we're about to hit Thanksgiving. Did Carla finish
Wait.
shopping?
How did that just change? I'm really excited to make some Indian food tomorrow. That's right. We're going to Thanksgiving soon.
I'm thinking Thanksgiving because food.
You're thinking of Native
Turkey.
American.
Yeah, that could be a different Indian.
I think that he's thinking of chicken tikka.
It's subcontinent. Chicken biryani.
Different continents. Yeah. Well, how are you guys doing today? So last week was our 20th episode, and we're going to take a break after tonight's episode and enjoy the holiday season. If we and I have a baby that's coming, so which could be any day now. So we're going to be a little bit off for, I would say, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Pick up hopefully either the first or second week of December and take our first little break, and then we'll break again and then come back in the new year. So we're going to try to get at least 1 or 2 more episodes in before the end of the year. And I think that's pretty much it. Does anybody have anything that they want to talk about before we start tonight's episode?
No.
Where's Perfect. Lox is still unconscious, so he may or may not be, come awake at any time today. We'll see. Also, guys, I would like to say that we do have a really big event actually coming up on Black Friday. We are doing Bat Friday. So all the creators from DC that create Batman and Catwoman, we're having a 1-day event live on this channel. So you'll be able to grab art prints and tons of original art, all signed from these creators. You can actually get that right now at mainframecomiccon.com. It's all listed right there. And then we're going to have live panels with all the creators of Batman and Catwoman on Black Friday. So a special event that we're hosting here with all those DC creators. But without further ado, please do subscribe and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube gods. And let's start tonight's episode. Brall, do you want to hit us with the recap?
Let's do it. Well, this won't be in my voice because it's not of my recollection, but the group left to find Lox, while Brall stayed behind to meditate on their recent findings after the group emerged from the tomb of this unknown legendary, well, I guess unknown legendary wouldn't really work, of this legendary paladin named Jocelyn. The group managed to track Lox to a massive bone yard and found him standing on this giant 30-foot skull in the distance. Locke acknowledged the group just before jumping into the skull. The group approached the skull and seemed to trigger some kind of defensive measure, sucking a bit of the life force out of them. They continued approaching with caution and heard Locke's calling out for help. Jericho was the first to jump into the skull and was transported through a series of strange visions, culminating in a confrontation with a giant claiming to be Geb'gadur, the Fomorian King, along with an unconscious Lox lying on a platform in the center of the room. After a brief exchange, the rest of the party was sucked into the same room. A drow, who seemed to be in charge, ordered the guards in the room to attack the party, and a battle ensued. During the fight, Geb'gadur managed to free himself from the chains binding him while the party swooped in to grab Lox. Cal picked up the unconscious Lox and made a mad dash to the door, blowing Lox's horn and spotting Thomas slouched with multiple arrows holding him against the wall. As Cal reached the door, he realized it wouldn't budge and any hope the party had quickly evaporated. Just then, an army of grungs, who may have answered the horn call, descended into the room and let loose volleys of arrows at the enemy. Jericho fired his eldritch cannon at the stone door and blasted a large enough crack in it to enable escape. As Jericho and Cal dashed through the opening, they immediately found themselves in the Feywild. The army of grungs continued letting loose volley after volley at the Fomorian, eventually bringing him down as he tumbled into the nearby columns, crushing him down on top of him. As he struggled to get back up, Loki slowly walked up to him and put one final arrow through his head. And as his life force departed, a glowing sword seemed to arise out of his corpse. And that is where we pick up.
All right. So right now, everybody that is in the 1 second, getting a phone call. Perfect timing. All right. Anybody who is everybody's inside the cavern right now. Is there anybody outside with the burning trees?
I think, did Jericho stay out there or did he come back in?
You
Yeah.
came back in, right?
I think we both did, because your sword led you to start
people.
slashing. And then I started slashing.
Slash.
Oh, not people. I was killing drow.
Not people.
Okay, so everybody is right now. The only thing I think is Lox is by the door, right? His unconscious body.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am not yet
In Brall.
there.
Right.
And we're surrounded by grung.
Yeah, so the grung are standing inside. You guys are all basically in this chamber where we left off. Fire is visibly seen outside in smoke. The grung kind of start to enclose in, and then one that's actually getting that's walking up towards Jericho looks up at the ceiling and sees a dwarf barefoot coming down from the top, pulling his way down a string. Brall, full Strongheart, makes his entrance into the cavern.
Found you guys. What happened?
Your timing is impeccable.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, really nothing eventful. There was really not a lot of excitement that had happened.
Did I die? What happened? What?
Oh, do I see Danon's body on the floor, or did? Oh,
No, just,
Jericho.
I'm going to stomp over to Lox's body where I left it outside of the door.
Outside the door?
Yeah.
No.
And while I'm passing Thomas, I'll crouch down next to him and in Celestial over his body, say, Oron, God of Death, guide his soul so that he may rest unperturbed by the petulance of this coarse domain. And then I'll continue around to Lox. Is he just unconscious?
Yeah, Lox is unconscious right now.
All right. Then
Say the same thing.
I will cast a little spell. And again in Celestial say, Diunsect. And kind of rest my hand on his head real quick. See if that does anything.
Are you casting any spells like Cure Wounds or
I'm
anything?
casting Cure Wounds, yeah.
Okay. It takes, so you can roll for, he's a willing creature, so you can roll for health.
It's going to be 7 HP restored.
Okay, so as you lay your hand on Lox, one of the grungs that is standing by Jericho runs as fast as he can towards you, shouting, "No, no, no, don't do that. Don't, no." As Lox awakens, he looks up, sees you, jumps out of your arms, backing up.
I kept a distance.
Oh yeah, sorry. He wakens up, sees you with your hand, and he jumps and leaps back towards the door. And as he turns, coming from the entranceway is another Lox.
Hey. No.
Wait, so
No.
You're muted.
what do you mean?
Liam, stop.
The dog stole my thunder. I let an arrow fly towards the imposter.
Roll for attack.
I guess I'll also lunge at it with this sword.
So right now, Lox is coming down from the same rope that Brall came down from. So Lox is coming down from the ceiling. As he's pulling the arrow, shooting it towards the Lox that you just awoken.
I'll just
And
look
then-
at both of them and say, "What there?" And like,
I rolled a 19 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then I got 38 damage, and he's a grung. He doesn't do poison.
Yeah, but he only had 7 health.
Well.
So yeah, so as he's running towards the doorway with the flame is, looking behind the arrow loosening, coming through, going through one eye and then out the other, knocking him over to the ground, and the arrow sticking in the ground, and his head is about 4 inches off the ground, but he's lying sideways. As that happens, the body begins to morph and shape and twist, and laying on the ground is the bard from the other night that was with you all at the campfire.
Zhitnik.
What?
What's Zhitnik doing here?
Zhitnik's dying here. He stole my shit a long time ago. I've been tracking this fool for what seems like hours. Funny that you guys found him, though. Good to see you all.
Yeah, I knew you could never be that sleepy.
huh.
But it's rather odd that you would have come down. So he had your horn.
Yeah, so, I mean, well, do I see these grung? Are the grung still there?
Yeah, they see you, and they all are kind of huddling together, and one grung's back is to you as they are all discussing, and he's kind of looking over his shoulder at you specifically at this moment.
Do I recognize any of these grung?
You don't recognize them, but you notice they have many slashes on the side of their arm as well, and then they're adorned similar to the grung that you know, but slightly different. So the same similar outfits to your Onu tribe, but they slight variations, different patterns, kind of built in, but they have the same slices on their arm from when they draw the arrow.
Did you bring Loki? Did you bring these grung with you, or
They're not my friends. I thought they were with you.
Oh, they definitely helped us out.
Guys, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't
Wordlessly,
know.
I'll walk back up to the group and offer Lox's horn back.
And what's happened to Thomas?
Thank you, Yukalo.
Yeah.
understand.
So Danon, you were speaking?
Yeah, I mean, there were too many. We followed someone who we thought was Lox, and we weren't prepared. We lost Thomas.
I mean, we just found him dead.
Well, we didn't really
mockery of
find
him.
him. We saw him
Well,
through, right?
Trying to make a lost found, but no, yeah, he died with us.
But no, he did.
No, he go. God rest his soul. I mean, Samet drag his soul to be a servant.
We wish him to go to the pockets in the sky. May he find his way through the pockets onward.
So DM, I'm just eyeballing the other grung and I'm at the ready because
Yeah. As you are kind of curiously, you lock eyes with one of the grung who seems to be the leader of this group of, I believe there's 6 left. Some are squished up against the wall. And the others kind of stay huddled together, kind of close knit, and the leader turns around. Older, longer robes kind of going down, but dressed for battle. Green skinned, walking up towards you. You can tell it's an elder that is speaking to you. Are you the one from my dreams?
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that. But you'd have to elaborate a bit, old man.
I pray to Dender.
I too.
For some reason, you, the albino grung, keeps popping up in my dreams.
Should I be worried or not?
Well, if you are one and the same, a great future is coming for you, or great suffrage, one or the other. I see 2 paths. But my prayers led me to you, and then I heard the horn, and then I thought I found you. But I could see through that trickery.
Yeah. I too heard the horn. Luckily. I can assume from all the arrows that you helped my group of friends out.
Yes. Well, we thought we were helping you out at first, and then I thought it'd be a bit folly. What? You're not from the Fae, from this wild place of ours.
No, I'm actually from the outskirts of the Forbidden, from Cholt, from the Omu tribe. But I've been banished a while back, so seeing
We're the Omu tribe.
Yeah.
That's us. What do you mean you're from our tribe?
I am from the Omu tribe. There's no trickery. There's no riddle. It is what it is.
But we are what's left of the Omu tribe. But we're not. We've just been here.
Yeah. Not to rehash, but it seems as though maybe my Omu is different from your Omu.
How can there be 2 Omus? I mean, what are the chances of the likelihood of that?
Stick around this group. There's going to be a lot of things that don't make sense.
Timelines, pockets.
Well, when you put it that way.
Excuse me.
Yes, Red Eyes.
Did I just hear that you said that this is the Feywild?
Well, yes, you are in the Feywild.
But we jumped through a skull. Is
what
portal?
I believe that's what. I believe that's a doorway between your world and ours. Yes. Well, for maybe a little longer at least, before all of this goes up in flame.
Not fire again.
How long have things been on fire here?
They're still going.
Still going.
Yeah, it's probably just a matter of time before where we're standing is in flame. These flames have been going now for. I mean, this wildfire has been spreading through the Feywild for probably months at this point.
That's so terrible. I can't stand people who disdain the environment in such a way. I look at the group kind of.
I know we're usually the ones that pick up all the brush from the ground and sweep it up and try to make sure that there's no wildfires. It's all about cleaning the grounds of these forests.
Oh my gosh.
It seems break-in, right? Is the answer. It seems weird that it's been going on for a while and nobody has been able to put it out.
Well, it's I don't know. It's overpowering, really. It's spreading so fast. I mean, half of our land has been burned to the ground. You're standing in the Underdark.
Underdark.
So,
Ooh, we're in the Underdark.
I kind of point towards the hole in the stone door across the room, and the smoke might be billowing through. I'm not entirely certain, but do you think we should have this conversation here? We should move somewhere where there's less on fire.
I point up to the
I'm with them. Yeah. I would like to do a once over, gather whatever we can, and then get out. And who has my sword?
What kind of sword do you have?
The one that was in
I
my
That's
will
bag.
pull the sword. Like, am I the closest to the Fomorian?
Oh,
No, I think he's talking about the talking sword.
I'm still holding it unsheathed.
All right. So I'm just gonna walk over to you, Callow, and open up my bag and like.
I'm gonna look
It-
down. I've kind of taken a liking to it.
Don't be jelly. Just put it back in the bag.
Did you pull the sword out?
Yeah, I'm currently holding it.
Okay, so as you pull it out, oh my gosh.
wait.
No, it's been in my hand the
Been
whole
unsheathed.
time.
Oh, okay. So as you're about to hand it over, wait. You wield me so well with your strength and your quick hands.
I agreed.
Yeah, so do I, and you weren't a pussy about it. Why would you want to get rid of me?
You know what, Lox? Maybe we should get out of here before we deal with this. And I toss Loki his rapier, and I just I hold the sword close.
I catch the rapier and I sheath it, and then I walk over to the Fomorian, its corpse, and I examine the sword that has emerged from its body.
So you see this gold sword that is just kind of spinning as if floating right above the body. It's large, very large.
Like a great sword.
Yes.
It's a great sword.
It's a
It
great
requires
Super great.
Really,
Super sword.
sword. The shaft is leather, and it has jewels adorned.
Let's
Red
start with
jewels.
the shaft. Yes.
The actual
Work your way.
sword itself is gold,
Mhm.
and super what looks to be heavy and clunky and large.
How's the tip?
Tip is
Sensitive.
sensitive. Yeah, sensitive tip.
That's the worst.
Is well balanced or is a little bit crooked?
Veers
Like a
to the right
scimitar.
just a little bit.
Oh,
Like a
it's
scimitar?
more like a
Like a
scimitar.
crest.
Oh my
Is
god.
it wavy?
As this as you guys are just
What is wrong?
discussing the various lengths of this
What would you say about this
sword,
sword?
Lox, the grung looks over to you. My name is Slinge. This is Bronson, Peters, Bly, Sylvan. That one over there, Jamal. It's a little
Oh,
rambunctious,
no.
that one.
That one's Frank.
Where's
Listen.
Shaniqua?
Our god, it seems we share a god.
And a clan, it sounds like.
The night serpent doesn't just speak to anyone. He connected us for a reason. I don't know what your purpose is or what ours is, but you're welcome to join us if you'd like.
Judging from your names, you're not the same Omu tribe that I am. That alone isn't the reason I say no and I pass. I was banned. If being banned from a group means the same thing where you're from as it does to me, then there's not a lot of rekindling of relationships after that. I found a new group, and that's who I'm sticking with. You're welcome to tag along with us if you like, but I cannot leave them at this point.
Let me ask you this. Your tribe, what did they say of the creation? How did they form? Maybe we can put this puzzle together.
Dindar the Night Serpent, he chooses what color you are. Then you're classified into what group you're going to be belong to. The wizards, I have a lifesaver in my mouth, so it's making it hard to talk. Hold on.
Or it's making it better.
There's the cotton balls.
And there we go.
Excuse me. Let me restart.
I had a frog in my throat.
Or actually talk like this.
But when the Great Dindar did not give me my color, then I could not belong to any group. And the wizards, they tried. The sorcerers, they tried their magic as well. Prayed to Dindar, he did not answer. And it leaves me with what I am now. You know, I grew without a tribe. So they banished me, sold me into slavery. And here I sit.
Well, let me tell you of our tribe. Dendar, the great night serpent, he fled the mortal plane to start anew in the Feywild. And the first tadpoles were laid by him. He is the one who started our tribe here in the Feywild. So it makes sense that he did not answer your prayers, seeing as he's here. But we never had Omu. We never came from that plane where you are from. So that's why I'm very confused at this moment in time. But I guess much to discuss. Right now, I think it'd be best that we get moving. As he looks up, you can see smoke now kind of coming from the top where you guys are standing in. And the top begins to start to kind of cave in, and little bits and pieces of wood are now falling from the ceiling. The ropes that were hanging from the ceiling fall to the ground. As you guys are standing there, bits and pieces of wood are kind of coming down, and larger sections of the ceiling are now starting to fall.
Yeah, we should make our way out of the tomb. With a passive of 18, do I see anything worth taking?
Passive 18, I mean, besides the gold sword, but I don't know if that would, I mean, it might fit in your bag.
I'm about to grab that gold sword, actually.
Yeah.
On the way out.
I'm going to grab Thomas's body on the way out.
You do see two chests that are sitting by the throne at the top of the stairs where the Grungar was sitting previously.
Well, those seem important.
Yeah.
Is there any obvious way out that did not involve the ropes because those are gone?
Just the front door that's now open.
Well,
Which,
maybe
another door?
maybe
Wait, are there
No, it's just the front, the one that you smashed with the sword.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
But
our
that's
new
into
grunt
the
friend
fire.
will be able to lead us to safety.
The only place that isn't burning yet is well, we have to go straight through and start veering west towards the coast. But we can probably get that pretty quick. But it's dangerous out there.
As I'm hoisting Thomas's body over my shoulders, I say, our middle name is collectively dangerous.
It's hyphenated.
Yeah.
All of us also share it collectively.
Are you the Are you the collective?
We're the unit.
And
You are the
Working
unit.
title.
yeah.
Are the chests locked? Can I go up and try one?
Sure. Go up and try one. So, Locks, are you going as well, or?
Yeah, I wanted to actually see if we can get them out of here. Are they big enough? Are they small enough to carry? Or are they going
Chests
to?
are probably about this big.
Oh, okay. They're
Okay. How about we
One
take
under
them
there.
with us and get out of this tomb?
yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna grab the sword from its shaft.
That'd be a better place to grab it than the blade.
I know the tip is sensitive. I don't want to touch that yet.
Oh, fair.
I'll grab my-
As you grab it, the grung comes up to you, Loki. I would be very careful with that. Legend has it that's the sword that killed Cade.
Is that
Cade?
so?
Cade?
Aron's
Kid.
son.
Jocelyn's love.
Hmm. I'm gonna say to one of the nearby, to Jamal, was it? How fast can you get me?
Can we invite him into the party?
Well, man, I can get you real fast out there, man. We just gotta go.
I don't want to be a part of this group anymore.
Jamal, you're hired.
Listen, we just gotta jump through. We go straight through. And listen, my brother. Sorry, let me try to remember my brother's name.
You got
Peter and
Bronson.
Switch.
I'll get you through there real quick. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to tell them apart. I get Locks. He stands out. But the thing about these frog guys is that once you've seen Grung, you've seen Jamal.
I like this one. Yeah, that's Sylvan, Sply, Peter, Branson, and then that's Pop Slinge over here. So how we get out of here, we got to go through that front door. We go straight through, and then we got to go west.
All right, lead the way, Grungs. We'll follow you, yeah?
That sounds like a derogatory way to... It's like...
I don't know them.
He can say it. I can't say it.
1 second here.
So
Just don't use a hard R.
When I'm grabbing the sword, like, is it just... Oh, and then it stops, and then that's it. I'm just like, okay,
It's just
that's
really
kind of-
shiny.
1 moment.
But it was more
as you grab it, it just feels normal to you.
It's normal or
It's heavy, super heavy though.
By the way, the sword that I'm carrying, is it a short sword or a long sword?
It is a long sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap the gold sword in cloth and strap it with leather, like a leather strap, to be able to put it over my shoulder.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't want anyone trying to steal this new sword.
1 moment here. So what you guys see right now, as you grab the swords, everybody's heading out. Are you sheathing your sword, Yukala, or are you holding it still?
I don't have a sheath, so I'm just gonna keep
Hold
holding
it.
it.
Excuse me. So as you guys step outside,
Wasn't that his goal?
What?
Lox was like holding the bag open, looking at you like, huh? You gonna put
drop
it back?
it in. Yeah.
What's gonna yeah?
Mm-mm.
Did you just go like, nope?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did, and Locks noticed.
I did not forget.
And just goes like, fine.
All right.
I'm gonna hand, I guess, Lox my rapier. Be like, here you go.
Keep your sword, human. Yukalo and I will talk. I've got my bow. The sword had different purpose.
Take it anyway. You may need it for something else.
Say,
Thanks.
by the way, guys, it's intensely smoky out there. You may want to protect yourself against smoke inhalation. I had some bad experience earlier.
by the fires of the Fae, look at this place. It is just unbelievable. The sword is kind of just talking. The energy, I mean, geez, look, everything's just getting destroyed. It's quite glorious, isn't it?
Any idea how this started?
Oh, man. Well, this looks pretty well. Magic was definitely at play here. But I do notice that we should probably get going. The grunts start running forward, but in formation. So you have the Jamal kind of in the center, and then they're following in like a Mighty Ducks V formation behind them as they fly forward through into the trees. As they do, they're jumping from fallen debris that is coming down from the treetops. Branches are falling down. Some trees are toppling over, and there's smoke that is just billowing out, embers and ash flying everywhere at this moment in time. And you can hear from the distance, "Watch your step!" And then that was from one of the grunts that were going.
I could tell them all.
I gotta change his voice. I felt like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna retroact that. That was a bad choice of voice. All right. With that being said, so you guys are you guys
This
heading
will
on
be
to
the
the woods?
episode that stops you from being president of the United
Yeah,
States.
this is definitely the episode. Well, I don't know. Anything's possible nowadays. With
Amen.
that being said, you guys, what are you doing?
We're following along with the grung to
Yep.
Through the
get out of this
flames.
mess of.
Can we try to keep up? Even with my little treasure chest under my arm?
I'm running
Like
with
the
it.
treasure chest.
Back.
this-
All right. So as you guys are running, I'm gonna have you guys all make a DC saving throw here. And 1 second while I pull up. All right, I'm gonna have you guys all make an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
Acrobatics. Not like, but this isn't a saving throw.
No, it is acrobatics.
13.
Okay.
17.
27.
All right. So as you guys are running, sorry, did I miss anybody? And anybody else?
15 for
Oh,
me.
what you got?
14, 18.
Okay.
23.
No, you're my feet.
Okay. Everybody passed. As you guys begin running, the first tree branches fall down that are on fire. Each of you, I'm just going to have you describe how you dip and dive and dodge around these branches, starting with with Brall at the top.
I am. My legs are stubby and I'm short. So I'm trying to stick to anything that looks remotely like a path or a clearing. I also have my mobility feet, so I'm slightly faster, carrying Thomas, trying not to bump his corpse on too many tree branches and trunks along the way.
Too many.
And then these branches come falling down, and you look up, and what are you doing?
Diving forward.
Okay, so you barrel roll forward, and then you land on your feet, still holding Thomas. Jericho, same thing. The branches are now coming down. You see Brall start to roll forward. What are you doing?
I'm gonna vault forward and use the treasure chest as like a spring and do a handspring forward. So I land, kind of keep my gait going forward, but using the treasure chest.
You Kalo?
I'm gonna. So the branches are falling.
Yeah, so fiery branches are falling from up above.
All right, I'm gonna do a one-handed cartwheel while I swing the sword, cutting the branches in half so that they fall next to me uselessly, and then continue on after a couple handsprings.
Okay, so you guys are all doing some acrobatics, flipping and flopping through, and then Loki and Danan.
I roll 18, so just trying to avoid
Maybe at the same time, like
can I
precipitation on
can
the
I
flames.
roll for perception to see
As you're
if
yeah,
I
as,
cause the fire.
if you what?
If I cause,
If you fall through the fire?
No, she
If
wants
I-
to know if she
if I
caused it.
cause it.
Oh. I mean, where you know where you are right now is a very long ways away from where you guys first were. It's all dark outside. The sky is black, so you know you're not where you were.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna be walking and using just walking and trying to avoid anything that I can.
Okay. So as these branches are, you're kind of gracefully tiptoeing around them as they fall, almost like doing this mystical dance through the woods. And then Loki, what are you doing?
I am going to. I'm gonna run through and use my prestidigitation on certain elements of the fire to like try and bring it down a little bit here and there where I'm coming through. So like, kind of like if I'm going through flames, I would just kind of like use prestidigitation to like push it away, the flames, to like kind of shrink them a little bit right where I am. And I move through them like swiftly.
Okay.
Good idea.
As you guys pass through those falling branches, the lock, sorry, last but not least.
I'm just moving effortlessly. Effort. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Effortlessly.
Yeah.
That's the word. Effortlessly.
Through it, and then kind of just looking at all the other people doing their acrobatics, and then under my breath, just fucking amateurs, and then just boom.
Yeah, so you're just kind of speed lining through. The grungs you can see out in the distance, jumping from like branch to tree to tree to tree, trying to avoid the flames, jumping over. You see this large flame engulfing like almost a wall. You guys come up to this wall, and I'm going to have you guys all roll again. This is going to be for one moment. All right. We're going to do a
Suspense is killing me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Would it be? Could it be? What do you call it? Because it could be more acrobatics or athletics.
What are we doing?
So you're going to be trying. So there's a wall of flame. So you guys have to jump through it.
Con?
And not get. Yeah, it's okay. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Yeah.
I like acrobatics better.
21.
19.
I don't know what order we're doing this in.
6. Okay.
18.
But like a strong 6.
Yeah.
Manly 6. Just,
It's like a,
And then so
16.
16. So sorry, what was yours, Loki?
It's a 14, but as I said, I'm using prestidigitation, so do I get maybe advantage going through?
Oh, you're good. You passed the 14. It was a DC 11 that you needed to pass. As you guys all jump through this flame, it kind of peers out. Loki, you kind of make a hole with the prestidigitation where you guys kind of jump through. Jericho kind of trailing behind, looking around, gets lost, and then he kind of just walks right into the fire. In this moment, Jericho, you are going to take 4 points of fire damage.
Owie.
Watch out for the fire, Jericho.
am I on fire? Do I need to put anything out?
I mean, your robes kind of got singed at the bottom a little bit, and then burning your legs up a little bit.
3 years in the Feywild, and it's only when I come back that I can burn these things.
I don't know if they have this in the future, but it's called fire. It's hot. Be careful.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's keep going and watch you.
I've heard they teach it in schools.
Before kindergarten.
I'm gonna just kind of look and just kind of keep moving after the grung.
Yeah, as you guys are running, you're all bickering back and forth. Poking fun at Jericho, getting his pants
smile.
spread. All of a sudden, you hear some screams coming from in front of you, and it sounds very much like the
what?
the grung that you were following. They did get a little bit of ways ahead of you, and then you hear, "Jamal, no!"
No!
I knew it was going to be Jamal too.
And then you hear,
let's go first.
What?
Peter, run! Bronson, no! Oh no! And then you guys come to the clearing, and then these trees begin to fall towards you. As you push through the smoke, these trees begin to fall towards you on fire. These giant twisted trees start falling forward, the roots coming up out of the ground. I'm going to have you all make a dexterity saving throw again here.
Run!
Or athletics.
Oh, yes. 15 athletics.
Dirty 20, baby.
We're dodging a falling tree.
Yeah, the tree. You guys just came out of basically like a very fire. Like you jumped out of the fire, ran forward, came to a clearing, and these trees are starting to come fall towards you, and you're stopping in your tracks as they're falling down at you.
This is athletics, not acrobatics.
Be athletics, yeah, because you like to switch it up a little bit.
7.
Okay, 7.
19 then.
Oh, it's not acrobatics?
Athletics.
Oh, I liked it when it was acrobatics.
Yeah, me too.
An
I
8
did too.
for me.
Okay.
17.
6.
Okay. Am I missing anybody? Okay. If you rolled under a 13, the trees falling down towards you. You step back, jumping out, so you avoid the large trunk that is coming down, but you do get hit by some large branches. If you rolled under a 13, you are going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
So as these trees come down, and then the fire is quickly spreading from the sides, and they're going towards you guys, bolt forward, and you enter into a clearing. In this clearing, you see all the grung that you were following lay dead in front of you.
No.
2 of which are decapitated. Another is pinned up against a tree, cut in half. And then you see Splinge standing alone in the center of this clearing, fire around you. And you hear him say, "You bastards! I will avenge them!" And then he runs forward into the tree line, and you don't see him. And then you just hear ting, ting, ting. And then you hear and then you see flying out of the trees the top half of Sling land in the middle.
I put Thomas's body down and get my Warhammer out.
Take out my my arrows.
You hear in a seething voice, "Give us the heart."
The what?
Hot?
Can you repeat that?
Do you have lifesavers in your mouth? Because we couldn't understand you, sir.
Seems like you got something in your throat.
Immediately not going the way I thought it would. Give us the heart.
Heart.
We don't know you.
Does anybody have a heart? What is? We don't know what you're talking about. Come out here.
DM, can the sword pick up thoughts?
It speaks telepathically now, just to you.
Like, if I was to just try to like think at it.
Yeah, you guys could speak telepathically to each other.
All right, to the sword, I would say, are you the heart?
The fuck? Why would I'm a goddamn sword. Why would I be a heart?
Okay, I've got a lot of questions for you, but in the meantime, do you think you may be able to say, are you still thirsty?
Well, I'm always thirsty for blood. Yes, I mean I'm here, you know, swinging ain't easy.
What a cheerful masochist.
Sadist.
I mean, I don't know exactly what we're facing here, but you know, you wield it. You got me, man. I'm happy to fuck some shit up, man.
Okay.
This is why I hid the sword. I don't hear
that.
Yeah.
You shielded. You got me, man.
DM, can you tell us what we're looking at? There's a clearing. There's a bunch of dead rogue.
Yeah.
How far away is a tree line? All that kind of stuff.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, 1 second. So you are. One moment. 1 second.
I would like to, in the meantime, plant my feet in a horse stance, scowl, and grip the sword with 2 hands. Should I roll to look menacing?
Okay. So sorry. Can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
Towards the voice, I plant my feet, grip the sword with 2 hands, and scowl.
Okay. And you hear. Well, first, before I tell you what you hear, to answer Locke's your question, what you see right now is you see multiple trees off in the distance that are completely aflame. A line of probably about 6 or 7 trees that are on fire. You see a couple rocks, large boulders that are in front of these trees. The ground is completely barren dirt at this point. The flames have killed all the grass that once laid there. Smoke is pillowing up into the air. And you are standing in the center of this clearing right now. And the Grung's dead bodies are around you. And the half of the torso was thrown pretty much at your feet. And you see shadows moving inside the flames.
Multiple shadows?
Make a what's your passive perception?
18.
Yeah, multiple shadows.
Whoa.
What? While this is going on, I think I need to reload my palm pistol. So I'm going to do that and then point it at the shadows.
All right. Draw them out into the kill zone. And I'm going to slink back into, find a place to hide where I can have a good shot.
As you start back in, there's no place to go.
I haven't had any rest, so I'm a little bit.
We are many. We are legion.
Well, you're about to be few, cocksucker. Come on out.
Cocksucker, eh? We are but humble servants.
We are but humble cocksuckers.
What we do is suck cock.
Yeah.
But we don't brag about it.
Show yourself. What a nail.
Sorry, that was an actual cough. That wasn't them.
Yeah, it's a rough voice.
Because of that.
Especially when you have a sore throat.
It's a smoke, yeah.
Give us the heart, and you shall live. Unlike
what you're talking
friend.
about.
The heart. Give us the
You should
heart.
have cut out that giant's heart.
Give us the heart of Cade.
Can we give you something else?
And then you hear murmurs coming, kind of almost like surround sound, but kind of going from side to side. They have the sword. They have the sword. They have the sword. They have the sword.
I mean, they must be talking about the mace we found.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
What are we doing, guys?
I don't know what we can really
If you
do
want
here.
the heart, come and claim it.
There you
And I
go.
hold my
all the Lord of the Rings music is really
Take our
setting in
hearts,
here.
but you'll never
Um,
take our freedom.
Like I said, we are
Give us
many.
Fling.
We are Oric. We are Drogamath. We are Agthuk, Rogmeth, Algaran, Zilras, and Pet.
I'm
I
a
do-
gallow.
A
Hi.
Why, hello there.
Hi,
Hi there.
So polite.
Can I do a history check on
Standing
those
minute.
names?
Yeah, you can make a history check. Excuse me. I'm gonna pop out for 1 second here, guys. Give me 1 second.
Sure. These
So
are
what
the
do you think that we
friends.
should be doing here? I mean, do we
Fight
just
or run.
We can't fight for too much longer. This is more of a front than anything.
Those grungs also like really tore up guy that we were fighting before, the giant, and they just got kind of taken care of pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to see this to your countrymen, country frogs. Frogs.
Frogmen.
I've seen worse.
country frogmen.
country grown?
Your
It's
fellow
another
grung.
another day in the Omu.
Kin?
Well, that's a brutal origin story.
To me, this is just a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
So,
It's been a long week.
are we keeping the heart sword? Are we giving the heart
just
sword?
got it.
I don't think they're looking for the sword.
Can you
I
guys hear me?
was planning
Yeah,
on
you're
using
gonna
that
need
to
make some
go home.
misdirection or something. Can't you cast your spell? I'd nudge you
Can we all kind of like gather together like in a huddle?
just real quick.
That way they can't hear.
Well,
Everyone come here.
While there's fire going on.
Every-
A
Let us
demon
see if
voice.
we have the
Give us-
heart first, and then we'll get back to you. Hold on, let us. And then
We
we
don't
get
know
everyone
if we
together.
We're
have the
looking
heart.
for
That is
it.
Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed.
Let's see if we have it first. Okay.
My pants light on
I'm
fire.
preparing a spell.
So as you guys are huddling together, Lox, you feel a presence enter your mind.
Oh.
Lox the Forbidden.
Who is it?
It is Sling. I come to warn you. Ahead of you lies great danger. Run.
You don't have to tell me twice. We need to run. We need to go. If I'm
Let's
saying
run.
run, we should run.
Run
We
where?
run
We
on-
don't
run
know
on
which way is
three?
the exit.
Run
Oh,
on
oh.
3 or like 1, 2, go, or like
I'm running and letting Fling tell me if I'm going the right way or not.
As you guys step back,
Pick up Tom.
entering your plane of field.
So did we just all dine and dash?
eh.
Kind of scenario.
I don't remember dining.
All right,
So-
everyone, run. We don't have
Entering-
wallets. Run.
Entering your field of vision. You guys are right at the base, so right where the white is right here, that's where you guys are. So you're not on the battle map just per se yet.
Mhm.
As you enter in, you see stepping out, coming to the front. If I can make him bigger.
Give us
Hmm.
that.
Why can't I make him bigger?
That's what she said.
You gotta click on the blue corner.
There we go.
Oh, bitch.
Whoa.
So you see a demon with long horns coming back, tattered wings, teeth forming up. You see 5 more identical step forward. And then you see, "Come here, pet," you hear one of them say. And then coming up next to it is this little demon.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an ugly one.
"Are you hungry, pet? Come, bring your friends and find our heart." And then
Is that one of the
bolting from the tree line, you see about 10 more of these small demons bolting forward as the other demons lift off into the ground, levitating up, looking down. And then on the ground, you see them prancing forward, arm over arm over arm over arm over arm, coming at you guys. What do you do?
I pick Thomas and start running behind Lux.
I'm gonna
I'd take Lux
dash away.
So you guys are dashing back. All right, here we go.
Well, wait, I had to roll the history check.
We're dashing in a different direction. Not to go back to the
back, left, right. Which way?
DM, I was asking Fling, whatever his name is, Fling. Which way I should be going? Am I going the right way? Which way am I running, Fling?
You hear his presence come through. Do you accept our union?
Fucking whatever. Just get me out of here. Which way am I going?
As you say, fucking whatever. Just get us out of here. You feel this energy come around you, and your mind is now twisting and turning, and you have this giant pounding headache, and it's overcoming you, and you're going to take 3 points of psychic damage. It subsides and it rifts down, and the energy kind of goes down to your feet and out through the ground, and you feel normal again, but you also feel larger. You feel not alone, and now in your conscious lives 2 souls you can feel, and you are now bound together with Sling, and Sling and yourself can communicate together and as one and act as one. And you see all of his memories and everything that he's been through, and he sees yours. And then immediately run to the west because you've been here now before, Lux.
All right. Follow me if you can see me. And then
following.
Okay, everybody.
I did roll a history check, and I got a natural 20 on it, which is why I'm stopping everything and going back to it because.
Right. Yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. So the names you remember from. So you being an avid Semet follower, the names you remember are the soldiers of oh my gosh, 1 second. The soldiers of Geb'gadur. Geb'gadur was essentially Semet's hitman, and he was the. You know this from your teaching. So basically, whenever Semet wanted a particular soul for his collection, he would send Rebek to get that soul for him. And those souls, once they became collected, joined his army. And then those names were some of the souls that were taken and now are in servitude to Geb'gadur.
Great. Oh, I can continue running.
Cool. Everybody make a dexterity throw.
saving throw.
Saving throw.
Cool.
Okay, 18.
So 18.
22.
26.
16.
Natural 20, but 27 total.
Whoa.
And then Brall.
19. My bad.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are running, still branches are falling down. You are managing to duck and weave your way through. Trees are falling down. You're hopping over them. Lox you've never seen him moving as fast as he is right now. He is jumping from tree to tree to tree, from lane to lane, and avoiding everything. You guys are trying to keep up the best you can. Meanwhile, behind you, you can see you're gaining a little bit of distance from the demons that are chasing you. That you see them pouncing, rolling over each other. Their arms are kind of replacing each other and just repeatedly hopping after you. But you are gaining some distance. Before they were maybe about 40 feet away from you. Now they're about, I would say, about 60 feet away from you. You come to a clearing, and there's a fire that is covering a path. Lox bowls through, jumping through, getting on the other side completely fine. Everybody else, though, following him, the fire grows larger. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw again.
6.
And this is just plus our natural dex, right? Not
Right.
acrobatics.
Right.
Well, no, your saving throw might be higher because if you have proficiency in your saving throw, you can.
Oh, you're right.
Right. Right.
So you want
Oh,
to
thank
check
goodness.
your stats on that.
Yeah, I found it. I was looking at the wrong part.
So
Put me at
I'm at 21.
15.
18 again.
Yukala?
15.
15? Okay. Jericho?
18 for Jericho.
Brall?
6.
Okay. So everybody jumps over the fire, taking Lox's lead high as they can. Brall, you trip a little bit and you fall. And as you fall, you actually fall into what looks like there's actually spikes that are on the ground in this flame that are starting to wither away. But one ends up going through your calf, dealing 6 points of damage, piercing
I
damage.
cast lay on hands to heal myself immediately.
Okay. So as you pull out and break off this post, this wood that is sticking out of your leg, you put your hand on your leg, healing yourself. How many points?
6.
Nice. And then you pick up, carry yourself off. Everybody, you are now about 80 feet away from the demons that are chasing you. Except Brall, they've actually gained a little bit on you, so they're about 30 feet away.
We've all been dashing though, correct?
Yes.
So if we stop dashing, we're probably going to lose some of our speed.
I wouldn't worry. So the way I'm doing the chase scene is a little bit more my own.
Okay, so we can attack right now from running behind.
If you want to try to attack, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fire at the closest demon to Brall. Fire a shot.
Okay. So from you, that is about 110 feet away.
That's okay. I think my range is actually better than that. 150 feet is my range.
Okay.
That was good. That was a weird roll. So I rolled a... No way. Is that what it is now? Plus 9? So I rolled a 27.
Okay, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then I go D8. 4 plus 4. 8 points of damage. You're on mute.
So you pull your arrow back. It goes flying forward. This maulish demon is rolling forward. Teeth are just like a chainsaw. Its arms are just swimming forward. Its claws clamming onto things and just churning up the dirt as it moves forward. Your arrow finds or holds true, landing on the side of its mouth. The other side of the mouth comes over, grasping on top of the arrow, ripping it out, and then chewing it up as it continues running forward.
I get a second attack now, actually, with the level up. So, can I attack again?
Yeah.
Cool.
How much damage did you do? Sorry.
I did 8 damage.
Okay.
And I just rolled a natural 20. So that's cool.
Woo! I would yell more, but my throat hurts. Sorry.
Woo! So that is, what is that? 6 plus 4. So that's 10 damage.
Okay. So again, you loosen another arrow. As it's chewing the other one, the other arrow sticks in the side. It kind of tries to rip open its mouth. Its mouth is now pierced shut. Lip attached to lip. Its teeth you can see kind of moving out the side. Another demon crawls over it, and then 2 more demons actually attack the demon that you hit, killing it, ripping it apart into shreds, and then pressing forward towards you guys. As you guys are all backpedaling and running away, I'm going to have a large tree falls. I'm going to have you all make a dexterity saving throw one more time.
17.
10.
14.
9.
28.
Oh, your dexterity saving throw is
4.
No, it's not. This? Your highs on those two, huh?
So anybody under 10, you are going to take 1 second, sorry. 4 points of bludgeoning damage. As the tree comes down, it clips you. Fire cinching you a little bit, but you press forward. Brall, you were over 10, right?
I was at 10.
Yeah, so 10 or over. So as you hop over the tree, you can see, let me just see here 1 second. 2. You guys are gaining distance from the demons, and they're way back behind you. And then you hear a large, different than the grunghorn from previous. And then the demons stop in their tracks, and then they all start to recede back into the fiery woods from which they came. The rest of you reach a clearing, and you follow a path, and you come to a waterbed, a little river, or rather a little stream, and the fire, you follow it, and you get far enough away, and you come to a path of green, and the fire is now probably about 400 or 500 feet away from you at this point, and you're in an area where you can finally take a breath.
Is everybody okay?
What
Yeah.
was that?
Is anybody?
I think it's pretty safe to say that this is not something that you've conjured from your previous deal.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Right?
I'm pretty sure it was not.
Yes.
Is anybody hurt? Does anybody need any
Yes.
healing?
Please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe we should get across the river and then take a rest.
oh my God! I think Thomas is hurt.
Oh, Lux, I don't know if it's something that you can take right now.
Thomas' head is missing. One of the locks just decapitated him.
Just a little missing.
Denon, I healed you for
Make
10
it.
HP.
10?
10.
You know, you get.
All right, I think now would be a good time to take our first break of the evening. You guys reach a clearing. It's by the river. You are now in the twilight area of the of the Feywild. You're in the twilight. You've gotten out of the Everdark into the twilight area. The sun is setting. It looks like it's setting. So stars are out, but it's a mix between setting sun and stars where you're at right now. And you're by a little stream. And
how large is the stream? Before we go into break, is it something we can just cross real quick?
Is it like?
It's probably about 40 feet across.
Deep?
That's not.
Oh, deep? How deep is it? It's not too deep. Maybe about 7 feet deep.
Like, and it's just moving.
It's moving at normal pace.
Is there any way to cross, like that leaves us more dry?
At your vantage point where you're at on the edge, you don't see a crossing anywhere. You see trees and stuff, but no bridges or anything in this particular vicinity.
I walk over to one of the trees that's not on fire and lean up against it with my head on it.
So we all need a much necessary rest.
All right. All right, guys. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, and we'll pick up from there. And I'll see you all soon.
Yay!
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is the voice from beyond the grave. Hello, everybody. Can you hear
it's
me?
Douglas.
Jericho, I can see you. You have great hair, Jericho. Look at that mustache. Oh yeah. Okay. Welcome back. We're just waiting on Brall.
That wasn't awkward or weird.
Looks like it.
You're muted.
It's kind of my MO, being awkward and weird.
Yeah, I think that's
Jericho,
probably a
you're
common
muted.
theme
Yeah,
for us.
I mean, you guys are the ones that are talking about. Oh, Jericho's muted. Yeah. What were you saying, Jericho,
No.
before you took your tip out of your mouth or whatever? Who's the one who's talking about the tip?
The sword.
I initially mentioned it, but then it became a subject of great discussion.
I don't know how this happens every episode.
Is it a scimitar?
Minotaur.
It's very strange. It's a very strange kind of scimitar because it's not curving backwards. It's actually curving to the left.
I guess it depends on how you. How you hold it. How you grasp it.
Is it a two-hander,
it's
or is it?
definitely a
Can you
two-hander.
finesse it?
Yeah. When Ucalo put his two hands on the shaft, it was
That
starting
was
to
on
get
the
a
hilt,
little.
but okay.
Interesting.
Right on the shaft. I got to pick better descriptive words. Like
Anatomy of a sword.
like handle.
Yes.
The sword's handle.
Grabbed by the sword.
I'm so happy you guys didn't engage in combat because I don't think my throat can take it.
He kind of made mincemeat of all those.
It was pretty obvious when the Krunks were dead. We're like, we're out.
Yeah, so we were safe.
Yeah,
Then?
you guys are
Right where
you guys
we're
are in a
at?
safe spot right now.
Okay. Is this a long rest or this is just a short
So,
rest?
in terms of time, you guys ventured out from your night's camp, and then came to that clearing. So it's probably about right now. It's probably about 3 or 4 p.m. at night right now.
Wait, 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon.
Well, afternoon, night. I mean, it's a certain point of view, really.
Yeah, especially in this place.
This place is twilight all the time, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Lots of
we're
vampires.
so I can't click on it, but I will share my screen really quick. Where you guys are is in the Feywild. You are right by the drowning. That is the area you are in. You are
lovely.
You ventured to. You're right. I don't know if you see where it starts getting less dark. I'm pointing at it like you can see my finger. But you are essentially right where the word "the drowning" is. You're a little north of that, and you're right where the river begins to bend. That's where you guys are right now.
Why is my D?
On the east side or the west side of the river?
You were running west, so you're on the east side of the river.
Just fling. Are we in a safe spot to rest? Where should we go?
Lately nothing's been too. I mean, you don't need to ask. You just kind of recount your memories, unless you do want to speak with him, because you're sharing memories. Make a history check for me, really quick.
Is it with advantage because it's his history?
Yeah, you could do advantage. That's fine. I'll let it slide.
I don't even know if I've ever done a history check. It's usually not my strong thing. Where you at? History. Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. And it's 0. So let's see. 16.
Okay. So you know where you're at right now. The Everdark is really the lighter the area, the safer, typically. So where you're at in the Twilight, bordering on the Everdark, it's not necessarily the safest of places. But if you keep going south a little bit further, the further you get into the Twilight, the more safe you'll feel.
But we just worked our way north, didn't we?
Correct. Originally, when you guys first landed here, you were in the Shroudwood.
The Wonderwood?
The Wonderwood. Wait, hold on.
The Wonderwood.
No, the Dream Grove. You were in the Dream Grove.
Dream Grove. Once we're done.
And then you guys went north, had the dinner, and then went through a portal, ended up back in your regular timeline and regular land, just 6 months in advance. And now you went through a portal back, and it's been 6 months since. So you're basically running at the same time as modern day right now.
Okay.
I feel like David Bowie would live in the Dream Grove.
I feel like Brall Strongheart with his little petal underwear.
Oh.
I saw that picture.
All right. So if this feels like a safe spot, then I would tell the rest that this feels like a safe spot.
You will tell us what?
Like if my inner demon fling is telling me it's a safe spot to lay down, then I would relay that to y'all. I can't tell if that's what he's saying or not, but
okay. As you guys begin to make camp then and kind of unpack and unwind and recalculate, Yukalo, you venture off a little bit down the way, kind of scouting about. Letting the group know that, hey, I'll be back, but
do you think that's such a good idea after we just escaped?
I won't be gone but a minute. I just need to take a leak. I'll start hacking.
Guys, where should we bury Thomas?
I don't think we should be burying him in the Feywild, though.
Fair. I don't know.
As you guys are discussing the burial plans for Thomas, Yukalo, you're hacking away with your sword, and you hear swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left.
Oh my lord.
Oh god.
Rude. Okay, first of all, who are you?
Who am I? I'm just a faithful sword.
Faithful.
Who are you? Well, I'm faithful to whoever wields me, really, but I would very much like to get back to Jocelyn.
So you are Jocelyn's sword.
I was Jocelyn's sword until she stuck me in a rock and just left me there for whoever knows how long. And then you freed me from my captor's bag, and I very much do not want to go back there.
You don't like the bag. Noted. Listen.
Stark in the bag.
That leads me to my next question. You say that she planted you in there, just surrounded in the cut by brambles next to a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Your previous owner, what was she like?
She was lovely.
Altruistic, or does she have more of a destructive mindset?
She would do anything to save her people, but she was a great paladin.
Interesting, because the way it was put, if I do recall so, her little story was that your little Miss Goody Two Shoes seem to be signing on with a demon. Geb'gadur, and again that name was spoken by those shadows. Know you this name?
There's no way in the nine hells that Jocelyn would make any kind of pact with the Geb'gadur.
Can I tell if this thing is truthful at all?
I mean, he's you could roll for insight, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel he's. Listen, I wouldn't stray you. I mean, I have no reason to. I mean, if right now I haven't been wielding it forever, I don't want to start off on the wrong handle, if you will.
Oh, I will this time. It also told of her betrayal of her lover in order to save her people. A moral quandary where I don't know what I would have done in her stead, but for being the sort of a paladin, how does that play in? Why would she do such a thing, do you think? Were you there with her?
She would never have betrayed Cade. Ever.
I know you seek your former master, but I'm afraid she's been gone for quite some time. How about this? Listen, by quite some time, I mean you've been stuck in that rock likely longer than you could. I don't know whether you can think, but you get the idea. Travel with us. Aid us. We shall be your bearer until a stronger arises. Then we will go stronger than that and meet the challenge or fall.
But I mean, I'm fine with helping you. I mean, you seem like a great lad. But she's calling me. I mean, I can sense her presence.
Do you recognize this poem? I pull out my little journal. Dismisser of Cade, champion of Geb'gadur, Jocelyn's sacrifice healed our lands, savior of the sheltered wood. None but death can stop her, and we'd like to see death try.
Wait. You said dismisser of Cade.
Dismisser, that is correct.
There's no way that was her. Her and Cade were, and you kind of feel like the handle kind of wiggle back and forth. Like,
oh, don't do that again, please.
It starts vibrating.
Cade is an agent of Auron, one of his sons, right?
Well, Cade was a demigod, yes. Is a demigod.
This is so hard to.
I mean, what? Okay. I mean, I'm very confused. What?
You and me both, my friend.
Last I left, Cade was aiding and was supposed to leave and get help. I don't understand what's happening.
You speak the truth. Okay. Well, then listen. Lastly, we'll go ahead and start making our way back to the camp.
Did you just name me Leslie?
Lastly, I said.
Lastly, I thought you named me Leslie.
Of calling you Jocelyn's Tears, but I don't know. Maybe we can find something more fitting later.
I'm telling you, I feel Jocelyn calling me.
What does that mean? Like, if I point you in a direction, I kind of wave the sword around.
I sense her presence. I sense her energy. I sense her unrest.
All right. I'll have a theory then. I'm going to take it back to the group. Lastly, just to keep in mind, if you do decide to pull anything, I will toss you back in Lox's bag, and he will subsequently drop it into the deepest, darkest lake he knows, where you will stay forever.
Well, that was not needed or necessary. I'm happy to help. And
as you've said, but I just don't trust magical objects too well. Not really at all.
Well, no offense. My whole life is in your hands.
Understood.
Okay, so as you walk back, the group is still discussing the burial plans for the great Thomas.
I would like to walk over to Lox and plant the sword in the ground in front of him and say, "I didn't mean any slight by taking this. It enticed me for a moment, and I'm sorry."
Are you half human, Yukalo?
Only half.
Well, then I can understand where, the temptation came from. I do forgive you in the moment. I do suggest you put the sword back in the bag, though.
It said it really didn't like the bag.
Yeah, I kind of give no fucks.
Yeah, talking swords and magical sentient objects, they're not really trustworthy. So
I've
Where's
reluctantly.
DM? I don't know. Was there a sheath that was connected to this sword at one point, or is a sheath still in my bag? Or
It is. It was completely bare. It was just
Okay.
covered in. It was covered in the tangled weeds that were what do you call it? The weed monster things.
Okay, I wasn't sure. No, forgot. Yukalo, if you would like to keep the sword, you will owe me greatly. That's why I suggest you put it back in the bag. That and what the princess says. Things like this should not be trifled with.
no, they're dangerous.
I think it might be able to help us. I mean, it says that it senses a presence. It says it senses Jocelyn's presence. No,
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Do you remember her from the cave?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I spent quite a while meditating on what we found in that tomb.
what do you found?
Maybe enlighten us.
I think that tomb legitimized Semet. The hieroglyphics, the pictograms in that tomb connected a paladin, someone who existed, with Cade, who's the son of Oron, as well as connecting Jocelyn to Geb'gadur, who is a servant of Semet.
Yes, but didn't the poem say she was the champion of Geb'gadur? They put him like in the puppeteering kind of guy. Or am I
Yes,
getting that backwards?
she, in the face of death, she agreed to a pact with Geb'gadur in order for the strength to defend her land.
The part that catches my ear is none but death can stop her. We'd like to see death try. Now, I know that Oron is the god of, is it death or life and death?
Life and death.
Life and death. Do you think maybe Geb'gadur was able to elevate her?
Well, she was elevated.
To
Why she would have left her sword back? If she was beyond this realm and she was elevated, she should have just brought her sword with her.
Oh, that's when she like did the whole heart thing. It wasn't physically possible when she, ripped it out of her chest and was like waving it around at the enemy, and they got all really scared, and that's why they left. That is extremely
I think
revised.
we've seen a lot of death today. Thomas and those poor clowns.
If I may be a bit blunt, Yukalo, you are a bit of a wild character, and it frightens me for you to have something like this in your hand. I just being blunt.
Well, I can take that. Then I would like to respond with I don't pretend to know your past, nor can I be the one who really understands it. But what peace you have to make. But I can give you the solace in the fact that while you travel with me, I will do everything I can not to light you on fire, unlike some of the red-eyed monkeys we know.
Wait,
You
what?
are. You are.
A red eye monkey?
Referring to me.
Before I.
Poor
I
Josh.
know-
All
I
right.
know.
Now it's getting personal. We are obviously flying a little bit over our heads right now. We do not know really anything about these items. Ukalo can hold the sword for now. Lux, it wasn't a case of it wasn't anyone's sword to take at the moment, right? So
It was in my bag, so I
Oh yeah. So when
finders
I was
keepers. I don't know where.
I think he grabbed
when I was
it.
rescuing who I thought was
grab a
you,
sword that's not necessarily
he had the bag and the horn in which I blew like a motherfucker, and the bag I reached into. At the time, it seemed like the thing to do.
This definitely draws me to the question of how was it that all of your equipment was stolen from you? Because that was not Lux that we had saw in the cavern.
Right. Well, while you guys were playing a game of grab ass with Brall and throwing nets on him, something caught the corner of my eye. I thought it was a grong. I followed. It didn't turn out to be a grong. Then we find this huge tree monster with a talking sword in it. Then all of a sudden we kill that, and again this image. So I follow it. Next thing I know, Jezelnik or whatever his name is running from me. I follow him. You guys are nowhere behind. I'm not wise with magic. I don't know these things, and I will never say I am. But I think that this man must have incanted me or something, because next thing I know, all of my stuff is gone. I'm searching for him high and low. I'm searching for you guys high and low. I hear the horn, I follow the horn, and I go. And that's where I find you guys.
Do you saw the wizard necromancer guy?
Barnaby.
All I saw was the bard.
Just shit, Nick.
Are you okay?
I am okay. You know, and just going back to the sword, I am okay, Princess. Thank you. I care not about the sword. The sword means nothing to me. I do need something similar to the sword in return. If you want to keep the sword, that's fine.
That's fair.
Similar.
What is it?
But I do expect something in return.
What is it that you wanted the sword for in the first place?
I owe it to someone. If we ever make it back to our time, I owe it to someone.
That's fine. Can I hold it while I don't have any weapons?
As long as it doesn't start holding you, then yeah.
Oh, you know, nothing gets past this thick old noggin.
Amen.
Except for that portal we jumped into. That I was a little bit confused by.
Quiet, monkey.
Lox, you hear a voice in your head. I sense that trust is something that we're gonna have to work on, Lox. It's not. Sometimes it's good to let go of the pain.
Easier said than done, Ghost. Easier said than
You
done.
say that out loud.
Yeah. Please talk out loud right now.
Excuse me, Lux? Did you have...
Missed you guys.
What was that?
And then the voice just kind of dissipates.
So, if I can bring us back, We had a masked man with the powers to traverse through worlds tell us to grab a sword for him. We got two. We also had demons that were soldiers of Rebdoc. By the way, that's who those were.
Well, they did say the name. They
They're
were like, Rebidoc's awesome. And we were like, fuck that. Remember? You were there. I poked Brall. You were there.
Yeah, I can quote you on that.
Jericho, does it mean anything to you?
Well, they were. They would. This is all very confusing to me because I remember Samet as such a good guy. Like he was taking souls, you know. Like look at him taking souls, making the afterlife a better place. But all of a sudden, they're trying to get my soul. I don't like that as much. And you'd think they'd recognize me.
After all your prayers, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I'd go to the the sacrifices maybe not every Sunday, but maybe every other Sunday, and definitely for Samet's
sacrifices.
Mess. It was more for show. It was not that big of a deal. But I mean,
sacrifices?
I was more no, not all the time. I was decently religious. And so it's unfortunate to see everything I know and love trying to kill me.
Yeah, genocide is harder when you're on the receiving end.
Yeah, I'm suddenly noticing that.
Yeah.
Better not think too much about that, though.
I'm like livid in my own head.
What a reverie.
But so we're back in the Feywild. We've got a sword. Should we hold up our half of the deal? I think I point to Loki. That's the one that the demons were after.
I don't think it was the sword that they were after. I think it was the heart.
Don't say it.
Don't say what?
Don't say it out
Voldemort.
The heart?
It who should not be named.
The stone.
The apple.
Is this sword like jewel encrusted, or like what was the descriptor again?
The apple.
The stone. The
apple.
Points pointing out.
The spiky apple.
The spiky apple.
The spiky apple.
Is that the heart?
Maybe.
It was one half of the heart.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting it's split. Everything's split.
Oh, that would make more sense than the sword being the heart.
Yukalo, what does
That
you
was a
say?
metaphor.
It's split. When you say it's split, the sword communicates with you telepathically. What do you mean the heart split?
Oh, yeah. Guys, this thing's older than we think it is. It just asked me what I meant by the heart splitting. Yeah, sword. So, Auron's heart was split into his two sons, Cade and another guy. And Cade
didn't have a brother.
Wait a minute.
Cade had a sister.
Can I make a history check to see?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wait, is that different than what we've heard before?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a sword. This sword might be from another timeline. It said Cade has a sister and not a brother. Oh my gosh.
I thought it was brothers.
So, brother and sister. Maybe it's just historians getting the record wrong.
Why don't you fill me in on what has been going on since I've been leaning up against a stone?
You can communicate with everyone in a 30-foot radius, right?
I can, but right now you're kind of on the edge.
Oh, okay. I'm going to walk into the center of everyone and just plant the sword into the ground for a second.
Hello, everybody. Hello. You with the cool eye. You have nice feet. Very nice long hair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We lost one.
We lost someone.
We lost the DM.
No, we lost. No, we did.
Oh wait, we back?
Everybody drop.
Losing everybody.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Are we back?
We lost Josh.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No,
Wait.
he's there. He's getting some snacks.
I don't know what
Barney
to
and
do.
the talking sword are gone.
Oh wait, no, he's here. He's here.
Oh, okay.
That was strange.
Oh, there we are.
So I don't know what happened. But
I'll hiccup. It's okay.
so hi everybody. Do you care to just fill me in?
So,
Oh, so what he knows, he thinks his lady Jocelyn, who once wielded him, whose presence he says he can feel, would never betray Cade, even though those pictographs that you were talking about, Brall, said the opposite.
yes. So sword.
So,
This is what history says based on Jocelyn's tomb where we found you. Man. Fingers. They're not always useful.
What is your name, Great Sword? You know, all great swords have a name.
Great names.
well, I don't know if it's really relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am the nun. Who are you?
Well, they called me Jelly.
Jelly?
Jelly.
That's
I don't think
Really?
you're ready for this jelly.
Jelly the Great Sword?
Great swords have great names, and long swords should have long names, right?
Maybe he's a short sword.
Short swords.
What do scimitars have?
I'm not talking about when you were a small dagger. I'm talking about when you became yourself.
I'm pretty sure they called me Jelly.
Really?
Mhm.
All right. I've heard weirder names today.
Excuse me. Whew.
Let's see.
Hello.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, sword. Here's what the tomb says happened to Jocelyn. Initially, she was holding the head of a demon. We're not sure whose demon, what demon it was. Then, in the next image, she's kneeling before a hooded figure who is supposedly Cade. And she is holding her heart, figuratively, representing her love for Cade.
Oh.
Then, she is leading a charge against an overwhelming force that appears to be intent on taking the sheltered wood. Next, she lies defeated, face down, and Geb'gadur appears, offering her a scroll, which we assume represents a contract, a pact. In the next image, she appears to have accepted because she takes her own heart out of her chest and stabs it with a sword, which we are guessing could be you. In the next image, her hands are bound in shackles, likely representing her pact with Geb'gadur. And the sword, you, is left behind in stone. Lastly, what we know, or what we believe, there's an image of her returning to the sheltered wood to save it as it is under attack.
Okay. So first off, I'm a really nice sword. whatever sword that would kill Cade, I'm telling you that wouldn't be this sword. The last blood I tasted was that fuck that we finally bested. And next we were going to get his brother, but that's a long story. So yeah, no, I have not tasted Cade's blood. Geb'gadur was known. He was an agent of. I'm sorry. So I can only hear in a 30-foot radius. Who do we? I guess who is the?
Guys, you're making him nervous.
Who's the villain here? I guess in your presence.
Semet.
Wait. It starts laughing. Come again.
Semet.
No. So the fool that I killed, the blood that I tasted last was Semet's. He's dead. Semet is dead.
Oh, nice. Guys, we did it.
Yes.
Your
Yeah,
god is dead.
roll.
Your god is dead, Jericho.
What do you mean? Cement's not doesn't really bleed.
No. Jocelyn definitely killed Semet. Semet was attacking our lands with his legions. We killed him, and then his brother, who was the king. Well, he came barreling back, and then that's the last thing I remember, because when his brother came back, then I was put to the side. I don't know.
Who's Semet's brother?
Who is Semet's brother? Do I know that? Should I roll for something?
I suddenly have a very bad feeling.
Excuse me.
Yeah. How well does this fit with my theology? Because it doesn't.
Well, first of all, Semet's not a god. Semet was just an elf.
I love this. Can't wait to tell all those birds.
Like,
Just an elf.
Yeah, he's just an elf. He started. So I don't know if you know this very well. So Semet's family, there's a land. There's underground caverns. It was forged out by elves that didn't really like the sun too much. I forget what they really called themselves.
Drow.
That's the name. That's where Semet's family came from. But it was in like this. It was far southwest. I mean, I don't really know direction. I just know down in north and south, really, or east and west, depending on how you want to wield me.
Semet came from another land, though.
Yeah,
What
elf
land?
land.
No, Semet. I mean, he's very much from Ether.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
No.
Yeah.
I love that you guys are arguing with a sword.
It's a relic of a time begot by, it's old.
Do we know,
How could Semet have been from?
Jelly? What is the year that you remember?
I don't really have a time period. At the time, there was a small group of individuals that were dwarves that were starting to bury underground. There was the central tribe split at this moment in time, and they were venturing from the center, or really where we're at now. They were venturing to all parts of the continent. I'm sorry, Red Eyes?
The center was a heme.
No, yeah, so a heme. Yeah, heme was the center. That's that. Well, you call it a heme. We called it a hymn back then, but
I didn't hear anything that you said.
can you hear? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Did I cut it? Did I cut out?
a little bit.
Oh, yes, a heme.
Bless you.
God, thank you.
This is all very interesting, and maybe you guys are catching on a bit more than I am. But which sword do we care about right now?
I can tell you, I do not care for this sword at all.
Hey, Jelly, do you know that
I do.
that other sword? Like, if you were to draw that sword that you found, do you think you'd
Compare swords.
Yeah, are you guys cousins?
Yo,
Wait.
whip out your swords. Let's see.
I'm just waving Jelly around.
I think call it Goldfinger.
Jelly sword.
Keep waving it.
I'll wave
Okay.
Goldfinger around.
I'll wait.
Okay, so you pick it up. Joe just kind of directly to you. That sword looks like a mighty fine pussy to me.
I
can take that sword.
Good
Let me
lord.
at him. Let me at him.
like a
I think
duel?
Jelly's a sexual predator. What's going on?
Good
Good
lord.
lord.
If he wants to fight,
I want to taste his
He's
steel.
So he's a rapier.
No, he's not long.
So he's a rapier. Oh my god.
You killed Fred.
The DM left us. We broke the game.
We broke the DM.
Quick, cheat codes. I have 200 gold.
I thought it was sort of a good joke.
Oh, my
Right, that's enough.
It was good. So he's a rapier.
God. That one wins. It
This
was
is definitely
right shop.
This is definitely the stream that keeps me from being president for sure. For sure. So yeah, the sword kind of bellowing out like, I could take that sword for sure. But that is who makes a gold sword? That's kind of a weird
That's what I
metal
was-
to use.
Yeah. It's a terrible idea for a sword.
Maybe it's
Very
like
malleable. You would think.
Is it
or
actually
something.
gold though?
I think that's
Inspector?
more ceremonial than
Ceremonial.
anything really.
that's what I
It's
just
gold,
said.
yeah. The ceremonial is maybe for taking a heart out.
Can we just backtrack really quick? So everyone here thought that Arn had two sons.
Yes,
That is what we were told.
Do we have the names of these sons?
I had Cade. I can't remember this. I don't have the second readily available.
Can I make a history check?
Yeah, you make a history check. I don't know. I'm talking as if I'm still the sword. Sorry.
Yes.
Well, yes.
So plus history. So that's a 17 plus history.
— 17 plus history. What was your?
I think it's a +1.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So an 18.
I know the name.
All right. You don't recall anybody saying the name of Aaron's son to you, and like everybody's just kind of having a moment of because you just found out that Aaron had two sons previously, not too long ago, and that it was like the dark and light, and they were split. So you're not really remembering any name per se. The sword kind of, you guys, are you within 30 feet of the sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Sword goes, does anybody, okay, so the name of his sister, Cade's sister, who was a full elf, he was half demigod, she was full elf, was Illadrel.
Eladriel.
So there were half of them.
Now,
Does that
with your so your history check, Jericho, roll for history, and then Locks, roll for history.
Kitty?
Fuzzy Chumbus.
19.
Jericho.
21.
Okay, so all three of you, all at once, it just dings on you. Ildrel is the name of the Autumn Queen.
So
I think we can assume that the sister then was the dark side.
dark side.
Right?
And-
So it was the son of light and dark that was split.
I don't know. Autumn's pretty. It's like a nice season, right? They've got.
And you don't know this woman. She is, I mean, Danan. This woman's
Pumpkin
bad
spice
news,
coffee.
right?
Well, I'm just saying that your god requires human sacrifices, so I don't know how light is him.
It's like
We're
symbolic.
on the spectrum.
We never actually sacrifice people.
Yeah. Human trafficking, sacrifices,
Jeffrey
Those
Epstein.
slaves,
Living together.
slavery,
Mass hysteria.
all of that. So yeah, I don't-
conquest.
Seems like you're blaming me for this when clearly it was your guys' fault for not stopping the invading force that took over and did it. So,
So
really,
you
guys have
admit you
yourself
were
to blame.
an invading force, just as
Yeah,
you were saying,
kicked your
right
guys'
there.
ass.
Well, not this time.
You mean the force that disappeared?
Yeah,
Well,
I heard your
worked
god was dead.
differently
Sounds like his ass was kicked pretty hard too.
So that is Ildrel.
and she is bad news. Queen of the Unseelie.
Pretty hot.
I was gonna say, kind of like giving that wintry kind of like dangerous hotness,
Yeah,
like poo.
cold goth vibes.
What's goth mean?
So what's our direction here? I mean, I'm enjoying so much this conversation with the sword, but what is our direction here?
We've got two swords. Let's see. We've got options, right? We
Make
can
no
try
sense.
to. If we take a short rest, I can do a little detective and try to find us another portal out of here. If we don't want to stay here, if we want to stay here, we can try to go and get Than's sword. Though it's still, up in the air as to what we're going to do once we get it, whether it be give it back to him or.
I apologize. Real quick. Don't mean to cut you off. I said that she was the sister to
Cement.
Cade.
Cade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cade. Okay,
To
so she's
Cade.
so she's the sister to Cade. I thought I accidentally said Temet for some reason. Or Semet. Okay. Did I tell you guys the name of Semet's brother yet?
You did not yet. No.
Okay.
Wait,
All right. So, all right, waiting on that. So just to kind of recap here really quick, because I know it's a lot of information. So you have Cade, who is the son of Aron, and then you have his sister, who is the Autumn Queen, and then you have Jocelyn, who's kind of in the middle here, and then you have Semet, who Jocelyn killed, right? And then then Semet had a brother who was actually an older brother that you guys do not know the name of yet.
Dang it.
She-
Oh my god, that's great.
Fred, you're starting to create a Game of Thrones. I don't know all these characters.
It's a very simple tree. It's a diagram that I went ahead. Auron, Cade, Autumn Queen, Jocelyn, and I'm drawing this in the sand or in the ashen dirt for Loki. And then over here, we've got Semet by his lonesome because we don't know his brother's name.
Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
I have elf, right?
Semet was an elf or drow,
Drow.
and then you have, and then Cade was a demigod, and his sister was a full elf.
And just to kind of make sure that the information that was just, maybe given to us by a lying sword or maybe a truthful sword. The Semet had a brother who succeeded him when he died. Is that what was reported?
Well, his brother was essentially the ruler of. So I don't. How much do you know of your history of Ether?
Apparently, not as much as I should.
Apparently, none of us know.
Enough history.
What? I mean, what happened in the? I don't know how much time has passed, but so
About 400 years.
Semet was prince. His brother Tristan was king. They ruled in Ahim.
Bless you.
And thank you again. And his disciples, if you will, started to revolt and spread out and start their own clans and towns. And he tried to rule with an iron fist, Tristan, and Semet did all of his biddings until Semet fell, and then Tristan. But what strikes me odd is that Semet's name carried on and not Tristan's.
Well,
It sounds like neither of them are gods, though.
no, but we have an Autumn Queen.
Maybe they weren't gods at that time.
So if Semet is from
I will
Ether,
tell the sword about the Autumn Queen.
if Semet is from Ether, why the invading force from outside of Ether?
Really, it's more of a homecoming force if we're taking the word of this sword at face value.
How did word of Semet spread beyond Ether?
Well, back in my day, Semet was the crazy lunatic brother that everybody feared. But Tristan was more the like to party and enjoyed his pleasantries and
Orgies.
He took and gave little back to his people.
Yeah. Those are never good to have in orgies.
I've been in a bag with a couple swords once at the same time. It wasn't a good experience.
Oh, yeah. Like cut each other and nick each other.
Your
Good way to get a dull blade.
Your handles ding.
It.
You got something stuck in your throat there?
Yeah, sorry.
Brall.
And then imagine going back to a stone to foul yourself again.
Yeah.
So I guess the real question here is, I mean, in my opinion, who the hell am I supposed to kill?
Are you supposed to kill someone?
I mean, that's what I was made for.
But someone specific, or just
No, he's
people?
He's just talking as a sword, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, it's been a long, eventful day. I am going to kind of just shut down for a minute and gather my energy.
Helpful.
Do you trust her still?
Trust who?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
I mean, Jocelyn was everything. She's the main piece, really. I was the jelly to her
donut.
I don't know what a donut is, but
Peanut butter.
yeah, Jocelyn was. She's worth saving if she's out there, and I can sense her energy, so I know she's still.
She left you for maybe a millennia.
Oh, let's not burden him with that right now. He sounds very tired. Isn't that right, Mr. Sword?
Name's Jelly.
Just shaking him around. Is that right? Go to sleep.
Just think about it. Because if you want to kill somebody, you want to kill the right person, right? You want to be, again, legendary. You want your name to carry on, right?
Well, I think the first step here is to figure out why the hell Samet's name is carried on when I taste his blood even now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good night, elf.
Good night, Bill.
Good night.
Good night.
This is the most aggressive good night I've witnessed in a long time.
You feel the sword kind of like vibrate, and it vibrates real slow, and then
I told you not to do that.
That might come in handy.
Maybe.
All right, so we all know that sword was full of shit, right?
That's what that one's got to hurt the heart a little bit there, Jericho.
Yeah, don't.
Knowing your whole life was a lie. Woo! And I get up in his face and do like some spooky fingers.
This is the value in keeping faith in oneself versus something external.
Mm-hmm. True. How weird that the sister is has the same name as the Autumn Queen.
That's super weird.
I think
the Autumn Queen banished me to your land.
1,000 years.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting a better painted image of who this individual is. And now my curiosity grows as to why, or to the deeper motivations of Daniel.
Well, he wants to take over the court of the Autumn Queen, right? Is that simply because she's queen of this land, or is it has something to do with her divine heritage?
Well, he is a bit of a trickster. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Well, he has hornies. Like
He does have hornies.
Like the demons that we just escaped from.
So far, I have no. There's no one I trust outside of this circle.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't say that everyone in this circle are people I trust. I'm just saying there's no one I trust outside the circle.
Okay.
Relax, Jericho. You're like teetering.
I almost thought we had a moment there, but not a big deal.
Maybe once you renounce Samet.
Who would fill the power vacuum left by the Autumn Queen?
Well, obviously this Thandwell.
Really, does a trickster sound like someone who would assume a ruling throne, though?
We've never seen his face. I mean, I don't know what that says about
do what he
him.
wants.
I know that the court is a really shady place. I know that. I know that she's so powerful, and she's been sitting on the throne for way too long. But I don't think I can remember a moment that she wasn't a queen. I think that there will be a lot of people who want her dead. It's just that maybe
she's just got a tough job. Yeah.
So she's not the daughter of Aaron, though.
No, she would be.
No, she is.
So she is
According
not.
to the sword, she is.
Because she is the sister of Cade, but not the daughter of Aaron. Because she is full elf, not demigod.
Very astute.
Good point.
Therefore, whoever Aaron had been with to create Cade, that woman also then there created the Autumn Queen from a different
or
suitor.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Whoever Cade's
So
Cade's
she
mother
could
was.
be alive still.
Say again?
She's
she
an
is-
elf.
Yeah,
So she might be alive.
she's no god. Why do we need to find? Why did we need to find a sword to kill just an elf?
No, I don't want to kill her. I would like to talk to her.
No, I mean
Right, but Thenuel wants to kill her.
Fandor wants to kill her.
I don't want to kill anybody right
She
now.
banished you, right? She cast you out of your home.
Yeah,
I thought you were at a party, and
I was at a party.
you were banished from the party, or
Okay, guys. So I was in a party. I was dancing. The last thing that I remember was dancing with my sister, and that's it. A few days ago, I had a vision or something else. I was quite shocked, so I just put that idea into exhaustion, and that's why I saw what I saw. Because I saw my sister in the flames turning into a hag. And she whispering my name and saying all over my name. That
Lux.
touched me, or somehow, maybe because those are my own conclusions, but I think that maybe because somehow I would be able to protect my sister. She
Lux, having the memories that you have now, your conscious and the memories from Sling. Sling knows of the story of the Autumn Queen, where a beautiful young girl was singing and she was jealous. And she casted that girl's family out and then turned her into a hag, and then sending her into the sending the hag all the way up to the Everdark. The story is kind of ringing a bell with you, as if this might be Danan's story about her and her sister.
Okay. I'm not relating it to the group, but I'll wait. I'll wait.
Perhaps we should take a rest, all of us. There's much
Agreed.
to sleep on, and I don't want to battle again without really re-equipping myself.
I lay a blanket over Thomas's corpse.
should we bury him?
I'd say let's bury him, and then we can set up camp. And after, unless nobody wants to say anything at his funeral, but maybe some person can say something. Danan, you
Maybe we can put him on the river, so he can be near the water. He liked that.
he did like the water.
Yeah,
just like
a Viking.
Yeah, we can build him a funeral raft.
are we gonna light it on fire or just
We
send
light it on
his
fire.
corpse down the stream?
Maybe you can shoot it with your eldritch cannon to light it on fire.
Oh, we don't want to blow him up. I can find a way. I can engineer something.
I mean, I could always like.
Just
His body hurts.
Eldritch cannon destroy this corpse!
Eviscerate Thomas's body. Send his interest flying. Yeah, let's not do that.
You have Thomas wake up.
I
wasn't dead. I was sleeping.
All right, so the group, as you're getting ready for bed, you start fashioning together a raft
a raft, a Viking.
for Thomas.
I would like it known that through the entire time we're doing stuff, I'm always holding on to Jelly.
Okay. As you are putting Thomas's body on top of the raft, you all step back and it starts drifting down the river. The sword kind of wakes up. He must have been a great warrior if he deserves such a fine death.
Yes.
He was indeed, sword. He was indeed.
I will put an apple.
It's kind of sad.
I will put an apple like here in his, like he's holding an apple.
Okay.
Through the speed of thought.
I used Crimson Right to set my arrows aflame, and when we cast it off, when it's at a certain distance, I will fire my arrow.
Before you're about to fire the arrow, the sword goes, is anybody going to say a word?
Yes.
I telepathically communicate to the sword. He relied on us to protect him, and he was an unarmed bystander. Though he may have been a verbal punching bag, we should have been able to keep him alive.
Thomas is representative of our own weakness, as we were not able to keep him alive. And that means that we need to grow ever stronger, so that way no one that we care for in the future, of course, will ever suffer the same fate.
Thomas represented those that we aim to save, who may not always have the ability to protect themselves, and who we may not always agree with, but it doesn't mean they don't deserve a chance to live, a chance to be free, a chance to be happy.
The arrow pulls back. Roll a d20 to hit.
Oh my God. 15?
It hits. You pull your arrow back and veers a little bit to the left, but the wind catches it, veering it back on path, landing on the wooden bed. Yes.
5 damage and 3 fire damage.
The wood lights on fire and the smoke pillows up. And as it goes down the stream, you all take a sigh of relief that you'll never have to hear from Thomas again.
I think things are turning around for us.
And on that note, guys, a hero's ending for Sir Thomas, and a brief moment of safety and some revelations and some clarity on what's going on in your world. You all bunker down and have a good night's rest. And that is where we're going to long rest. Everything is slots up. Everything's good to go, guys. You're 100%. Level 5 in the Feywild.
Can we have next time a actual camping session?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to still be awake when we come back, that's fine.
Yeah.
Make
Okay.
s'mores.
So
We need some.
you guys just all right. So we're
watch.
Share scary stories.
yeah. You guys. So his body is burning down the river, and you guys are walking back to your campfire at this moment in time. But I will say, if you want to refresh your spell slots and everything, you can in your health.
Cool.
Okay. Some of you I know need it.
Thomas, lover of apples.
All right.
It's
Watcher of young women.
watcher of young men.
like I said, this is the episode that ruins my image forever, and I'll never be president of the United States.
No.
Nope, definitely
Not
not.
with
All
that
right.
attitude.
So for everybody watching, please remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and we'll see you not next week. We're taking a 2-week break. I do believe we should be back in 3. Little holiday break session here. But it'll give everybody that's watching the opportunity to watch all 21 episodes and catch up. So we'll see you all back in a couple weeks.
Baby might be next week, right?
Yeah, baby might be tonight for all I know. She's been having cramps, so
Ooh.
we'll it's been I'm just trying to clear the congestion out so I can actually go and take care of my baby. So yeah. Good night, guys. And then we will see you soon. The next time you see me, I might have a baby here DMing with me.
You have the books.
Me
now.
too.
Yeah.